Welcome to another video from Dr. Lock. What we have on the bench today is a carbine knob lever, what we like to call a combo lock, where there's a lever on the inside and a knob on the outside. Locksmith grade, modern design, easy to install. Adjustable latch from 60 to 70mm, part number SS90-SL80. Knob lever SS, which SS standing for satin chrome or satin stainless or brush dull silver finish. Right, so there's the box right there. Let's see what's in here. So you've got a couple of screws. You've got 4 screws, 2 are for the striker plate, 2 are for the latch. You've also got a little tool in there to be able to remove the knob, and the bigger 2 screws are actually hold the lock body on. I'll take you through and show you that. So we've got a little bit of bubble wrap, got a bit of cardboard. There's our latch right there. That's a Tiebolt latch. That's a 60-70mm adjustable Tiebolt latch. Pull it backwards, push it forwards. 60 position, 70 position, really easy, really quick. On the side here, you've got your dead latching function. You push this down, this latch becomes rigid. That means you can't use a shim or a credit card to get the door open when the actual lock is in its locked position. When it's in its locked position, it'll look something along those lines, where the big tongue goes into the hole and the little tongue is depressed, and that's pushed in, making that one locked. That's how you fit the latch. Okay, so we've got some 5-pin Carbine keys with lockwood space and depth on these keys. So these are really good keys if you wanted to match the rest of your house to this key. Buy a new lock. This lock's already set to this key, and then you can key up everything else to this new fancy new Carbine key that you've got. Some instructions there as well. And let's go to the lock and see what we have. All right, so there's our internal knob. So there's that internal lever handle, and there's those 2 fitting positions right there and there. As you can see, 2 screws go straight through the back to install it on a door. Alright, so there's our knob. So very similar to the Carbine residential grade. Now this can be handed. If you're fitting it onto the door and it's not the right way, you can always spin it around and do that. But even if you've messed that up, you can actually put the key in there, remove the knob, and you can also do that for rekeying if you're rematching the cylinder as well. Okay, so you would basically go through and drill your 54mm hole on the door, drill that, fit your latch into the door, and then come along with your latch, put the knob through the front, put the back on, make sure this little switch is not squeezed in there, make sure when you're turning it, it's actually operating, it's in its correct little slot. Come through with your 2 screws on the back and you are good to go. Alright, operation. So from the front, it's now locked. From the inside, you pull it down and you're free to exit, which is fine in case of emergency or anything. The outside still remains locked. Okay, locked, unlocked, locked. Okay, so by pulling the handle down, it does actually unlock it. The reason it's not doing it is most likely because it's not fitted on the door and it's actually in my hand. So, nice little lock. Good, I guess, for older people. The lever on the inside makes it nice and easy to exit. Good for kids as well. Something easy to hang on to. The knob on the outside is an interesting combination. I don't know why you wouldn't have a lever on this other side. Maybe it's for the purpose of you want to keep the height down, or you want to keep it a certain look on the outside. Completely up to you. This is entrance function, which means basically when it's locked from the outside, you're going to use a key. When you've got it in passage mode, which is probably now, you can just turn it with your hand all day, every day. It's not going to lock until you actually turn the inside switch or put your key in and activate that switch. So it remains open. So if you're going in and out, doing the rubbish, doing the gardening, picking up the food delivery, whatever you're doing, and you don't want your lock to lock yourself out, this lock is fine for you because it's not going to lock until you actually want it to lock by either initiating the switch on the back or turning the key on the front. Okay, so it's not going to lock you out. You can use it go in and out. When you're ready to go out for the day, simply give it a turn on the back and it's locked. When you come home, put your key in the front, give it a turn, probably 90 degrees, I think anti-clockwise there, and we're in passage mode again. If you want to lock it from the front, sure, no problems. Put your key in, turn it quarter of a turn. It's not liking it because it's in my hand, and it's locked again. Alright, so let's go through some stats here. Alright, so the actual footprint on this lock here, if we look at it this way, or the rose diameter, I'm looking about 65mm from this side to this side. So if you're wondering if it's going to cover up your painted edge on your door where your old lock was, 65mm is how big this is. The protrusion on the back of the lock, which is most likely not so important, but I'm going to give it to you anyway, I'm looking about 65mm from this point to this point. Overall length from one side of the lock to the other is about 136mm. The lever itself, probably about 120mm from this point to this point. Okay, we're probably going to get about 65mm on there. The footprint is identical. The protrusion on the knob of this one here is about I'll do it accurate as I can, 62, 63. That's really important for a lot of people who have screen doors which are parked right up close against the front of the lock. So if that's you, maybe this lock might suit you. Alright, so this is available from drlock.com.au. You are probably on the page as it is at the moment. If you have any questions, you can always put them down below. Any comments, put them down below. Or you can always hit that contact us button and and we'll see what we can do to help you. This is available in key to like or key to order. If you want to order like 4 of these and you want them all to be the same key, just put key to like. If you want to order one of this, a couple of these cylinders and a couple of other cylinders, just select key to order. If you want all your locks to be different, where each lock has a different key for each lock, just select key to differ. That's probably the cheapest option anyway. Alright, leave a comment. Thanks for watching.
Any fool can know. The point is to understand, and to subscribe.